Welcome to Longhorn Network Baseball, presented by Tiff's Treats. Overcast, rainy, foggy, drizzly evening here in the capital city of the great state of Texas as the Wildcats of Abilene Christian take on the hot Texas Longhorns. Good evening, everybody. Keith Moreland along with Greg Swindell. This is a ball club, and the month of April has been spectacular. The other part about this ball club, it's been very good at home at Disch-Falk Field.
Yeah, there hasn't been much part of Texas game that's struggled much this season. It's been pitching, it's been defense, it's been hitting. The hit offense here at the Dish, and all season for that matter. Extra base hits, a lot of power coming from this lineup, speed, and then when you mix in some defensive plays, I mean, every night there's possibly going to be a wow moment from the defense because of the pitching is not afraid to pound the zone, and when you can throw the ball over the plate and trust your defense, you're going to have success. And Texas this year has been very good in all facets of the game.
They just have been outstanding. When you look at all the different things that goes into a program, this is the one that jumps off the page. At home, this homestand, you're averaging 10 runs a game, you're giving up 3 runs a game. The other part of that is, how about the bottom right? That's making very few mistakes defensively, 982.
982. I mean, that's going to lead to a good ERA, and when you're batting over 300, you're scoring a lot of runs. So it is. It's been fun to cover, fun to see this team grow after the first week of the season.
Yeah, and they're going to take on a Wildcat ball club that, quite frankly, this is a big weekend for them. They get to play a Power 5 on the road, a hot team. And, they've already gone on the road this year and won a game at Texas A&M. So they're used to this type of environment.
The stage might not be much to them. I mean, they've gone to College Station, beat the Aggies. So tonight, looking for the opportunity this weekend. It's a non-conference for both schools, so it should be a fun weekend for the Wildcats. You see, we're at 19-13. February 23rd did beat the Aggies, and they're up there, ranked in the top 10 in the nation in run scores. They can swing the bat and put some runs on the board.
Rick McCartney in his 3rd season as the head coach. He's done an outstanding job. He's got a good background, comes from a great program at Dallas Baptist. You can see his record, trying to get things going in the right direction. He's got a good blend of young and old. You look at his lineup, and he's got a guy hitting 3rd in this lineup is as good as anybody around. When you look at Eager, he's done a nice job. He leads the team in almost every category.
Left-handed hitting right fielder Colton Eager leads the team in batting average, home run, hits, walks. He's up there. He's in the top 10 in the nation in base hits. So keep the guys off in front of him. Guy that's going to try to do that for Texas will be their Friday guy, Ty Madden, having an All-American type season. Sophomore, redshirt sophomore out of Cy Ranch High School. Last 2 starts has been really good. Looking to continue it right now tonight in this non-conference weekend.
I think the number that jumps off the page there is his whip. Dixon steps in. First pitch misses for ball 1.
97 mile an hour first pitch from Ty Madden. That hit some good. That was a good pitch already. First pitch of the game.
1-0 in there for a strike. Talk to us. What's the scouting report for Madden?
Oh, we've seen Ty. I mean, right now, first 2 fastballs, 97 and 96. He can rush it up there even harder than that.
The 1-1. Foul back, and it's 1-2.
It's got a power arm. Power slider. Excellent command we've seen already tonight. With the 1-2 count, the fastball is electric.
It's got him set up for that good hard breaking ball. See what he goes to here. And the 1-2. Went with the heater. One hopper to Williams. Throw across the diamond. In time. See, just look at this.
Yeah. Meantime, Madden talked about the power arm. He can touch it up there close to 100. A power slider, excellent command. And when he's got it working, he's tough to hit because those 3 right there make that man who he is. He can get it going. Texas looking to get him back on track. You say get him back on track. With the last start, just the 6 innings against Kansas State.
Tommy Cruz steps in, 5'9", 170. The DH, 310 on the year. From Puerto Rico. Lifts this to right. Hit pretty well. Going back is Hodo on the track. Well, that ball carried really well. It is a cool, misty, almost foggy evening with a little wind, but it's blowing in.
Yeah, if anything, it can, with the slice on that ball, just kept carrying. That man right there also supplied a little bit of that power with the fastball. You don't have to swing hard. You let the pitcher take care of that often.
There are
all fastballs in this game from Ty Madden so far.
some weather in the area. I mean, you know, we're not sure what's going to happen. Both these coaches do not want to play double hitters. We'll get more into that as Eager steps in. First pitch in there for a strike. Zeke told you about Eager being in the top 10 in the nation. North Richland Hills Jr. in hits. Good man can swing the bat. 373 as he steps in.
47 base hits on the season.
That's a great location, and quickly he's down 0-2, and that has some giddy up on it.
97. 8 pitches, 8 fastballs from Ty Madden.
You got a good one. I wouldn't change nothing.
Trying to send a statement right now.
Shakes a couple of times. Too much time.
I got to stick with number one.
I'm throwing a fastball. And he did. And he gets the first strikeout. Madden, 9 pitches, all heaters. Texas coming to bat. David Pierce. Hot baseball team in his 5th year. They've won 10 in a row, the longest streak since 2010. And it has been quite a homestand here.
To say the least.
To say the least for the Longhorns. When you look at the Longhorns offense, you could highlight a lot of different peoples, but you have to just look at still Mr. Melendez. He has 6 consecutive homers. He had 7 homers in 6 days.
Yeah, he's hitting for power, and the power's there. He is a strong man, but he's hitting for average. I mean, the other night, he got a double and a single, so it's not just the power from Ivan Melendez. He's using all parts of the park and hitting for average.
They're going to be facing a guy that wasn't in the rotation early in the year, but has pitched his way into the rotation. Tyler Morgan, freshman from Flower Mound, Dallas-Fort Worth area. You can see 0-1 record, but he's really done a nice job. He attacks the strike zone. If he has one thing he needs to do is not walk people.
You got to have command. I already like him, though. Wearing number 21 out there, Tyler Morgan. 3-pitch mix, work ahead, and enjoy the moment. I mean, you're facing the number 3 team in the nation. Don't get caught up in the moment. You still have to keep your emotions inside, but enjoy it.
Mike Antico will step in. Grad transfer from Colts Neck, New Jersey. He's been hot as of late.
3-pitch mix from Morgan. Fastball, slider, changeup. Predominantly, though, fastball, slider.
Strikes are going to be important. He's got good stuff. I mean, he'll touch 93 as he's doing right now, but got to get it in that zone.
Got to get it in the zone. Free passes with Texas speed leads to runs.
2-0 upstairs. Kelly Nutt, the home plate umpire, is known to have he does not have a large zone. Let's just put it that way.
Let's just put it that way.
3-0 in there for a strike. It's 3-1 to Antico. Max effort, high energy guy. You can see that on the mound for Morgan. Good pitch there. He stays right there. He's going to be good tonight. That's a really nice pitch.
Sometimes it can take a few pitches. Now you got to settle yourself down. He's thrown 2 more good ones.
This ball ripped foul.
Got the head out on that one.
On the right field line. Much cooler tonight than it has been. 66 degrees on the big board as we start the ball game. Wind blowing in. Off speed upstairs. Lead-off walk for Antico. Always a threat to run is Mike. One of the leaders in the Big 12 in stolen bases. Tico is 16 of 19. Mitchell Daly, true freshman from Madison, Alabama, steps in. He's had a fantastic freshman campaign if this is the first time you've seen the Longhorns this season. There goes Antico. Throw to second. How about 17 of 19? Ball gets away. Injury too. It's one of those scenarios where you're sliding the shortstop. Slow to get up.
Ball and runner got there at the same time. Had to avoid the slide, try to catch the ball at the same time. Big jump. See Mitchell Daly with the fake bunt steal. I mean, a lot going on right there to try to keep your eye on the ball, and came down awkward.
Yeah, Randall came down awkward on that leg. Pitch is upstairs. And it's 2-0.
Mitchell Dixon behind the plate, not only catching and leading off, but probably one of the best mustaches we've seen this year.
That's a good one. Breaking ball, he did not go, and it's 3-0. Suter is the first place umpire.
Back-to-back 3-0 counts the first two hitters of the ball game.
.30 in there for a strike, and you know you'd love to get some length out of your starter.
We're talking to Coach McCarty in the Zoom call today, and I kind of said it might seem like an easier weekend for you.
Popped up. Out to right. Shallow. Antico tags, but cannot score. So F9 for the first out.
He kind of got a chuckle about it, saying, yeah, I guess you can call it easy when you go on the road playing the number 3 team in the nation. What I was trying to get at was they don't have 4 games this weekend. They just have a 3-game series this weekend. And their Southland Conference plays 1 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday throughout the conference. This week, just 3 games on the weekend.
Zach Zubia steps in, the junior from Richmond. Longhorn first baseman, infield back here early in the game. And this ball ripped into left center. This is going to get all the way to the wall. Stand-up RBI double, and Texas leads 1-0.
Fell behind 3-0. First 2 hitters, tries to get ahead of Zach. Puts one right out, belt high. Zach jumps on it, puts that ball out to the wall. RBI double. 12th straight game Zach's reached base.
Melendez steps in. Sophomore from El Paso. He has been outstanding. Leading the team in average. Tied in home runs. Leads the team in RBIs. And this is just the 10 games in April right here. Fantastic. Two breaking balls, quickly down, 2 balls and no strikes.
First 13 pitches of the game, fastballs. Ivan gets in the box and he sees 2 breaking balls, both out of the zone. Texas jumping up 1-0 in this ball game. They're very good when scoring first, 19-1 on the season.
Wow. 2-0 slider, misses outside. I wouldn't throw a lollipop in here.
He's thrown lollipops 3 up to Antico and Daly. This one right here, you better watch out.
3-0, right down Broadway. Melendez taking all the way. Steps back in.
I think he might try to come back in there with the heaters on. Nope.
Breaking ball upstairs. Second walk issued of the inning. Longhorns have first and second, one across here in the bottom of the first.
Slow down, young man.
Silas Ardoin, freshman from Moss Bluff, Louisiana, the Longhorn catcher. Outside, this ball gets away. Everybody will move up. 90 feet on the wild pitch. I thought your term was take a breath.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in his face, it's a cool night with the breeze blowing slightly, and you got a red face going. Does Tyler Morgan.
Out of the windup, the 1-0 catches the zone. The count evens. Pitches now here in the first. Breaking ball, the best one he's thrown, and it's 1-2.
First batter, he's been ahead in the count.
Ardoin steps back in. Infield still back. Out of the windup. Too much time. Morgan steps off. Silas steps back in.
Has thrown 6 wild pitches, now 7 on the season.
Downstairs, count evens. Douglas Hodo the third in the on-deck circle. Need to take advantage. If you're Texas, you got an opportunity here to get some separation early. Break a ball, nice block.
Yeah, you got him on the ropes right now. 23 pitches in, have an opportunity to put a crooked number up. 4 out of the first 5 hitters in the ball game, though, he's had 3 ball counts on.
The payoff. Chopped on the ground to third. Carzarina over to first. That's a big out right there. Second out of the inning. Doug has been really good in RBI situations. Redshirt freshman, 6 foot, 185 pounder, Bernie. Overall numbers right at 300, 298. Homered twice, he's driven in 21, but been good with runners in scoring position. And this would be a huge moment, change of the game if you can get out of this if you're Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about momentum in any sport. Texas has been really good with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Hodo 16 for 44 on the season with runners in scoring position.
He's been good in these spots. Comes up empty there, and the count evens at 1-1.
Not looking too good out beyond center field right now.
It is dark. Upstairs, and it's 1-2 or 2-1. Stay away from the lightning. Hitter's pitch coming here, 2-1. Dropped a little breaking ball in there with an open base. Nice pitch there.
Yes, it is.
Left-handed hitting Eric Kennedy awaits on deck. The 2-2 into left. Melendez rounds third. Coming to the plate. 3-0 Texas. Big knock. With 2 strikes.
2 strikes and 2 outs. I'm telling you, 2 strikes doesn't phase Doug Hodo. He seemed to go out and hook that ball past Randall. It's short. Gets out there. Melendez heading home the entire way. Big 2-out knock, 2 RBIs, and the Horns lead 3-0.
Well, it was an opportunity to get some separation. 2 out, 2 strike base hit does it. Texas with a 3-0 lead. 30th pitch of the inning for Morgan is upstairs to Kennedy. Tampa, Florida, redshirt sophomore. He's been going in the right direction too. His average up to 294. It's a giant climb here in this homestand. He's got 40 hits. He leads the Longhorns in hits now.
It's 1 of 7 first pitch strikes for Morgan.
Change up, misses outside. Counts 2-0.
Seldom used changeup. Trying anything he can right now.
Foul back. Top of the screen. And it's 2-1. Across the Big 12 this weekend, we'll try to keep you up with it. Longhorns out of conference, their last out of conference series of the year. But across the conference, the other 8 with 9 teams that play baseball, 8 of them playing each other. 40% of the runs for Texas this season have come with 2 outs. That's another part that they've done a really good job of, is just keep pushing through innings. Find ways to score with 2 outs. 3-1 to Kennedy. Foul back off of Kelly Nutt, home plate umpire. That'll shake you up a little bit. See a wry smile from Kelly.
Right off the center of the mass. Ooh.
Shake it off. Get ready to go again. Hodo will be off with the pitch here. They are holding the runner. That's surprising to me at first.
Kennedy has hit the ball in that hole between first and second a lot.
Payoff. There goes the runner upstairs, ball 4. Third walk issued of the inning. The Longhorns just continue to put pressure on the Wildcats here.
5 of the first 7 have gone to 3-ball counts. 35 pitches for Morgan. That will get a visit from his head coach.
This is more, for me, this is more about, hey, take a breath here. I mean, because I
tried to tell him a few batters ago.
Yeah, because it not only just the scenario, but it cardiovascularly, when you throw that many pitches while you're out there, you tire quickly.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you tire quickly because you're worried. You got runners, you have runner on base since the first batter of the game.
Yeah,
so you're breathing more, you're breathing quicker, you're using more. I mean, a lot going on. That's why young players, freshman Tyler Morgan, got to learn to slow the game down. It's easier said than done. He's let the game get a little quick for him here in the first.
Yeah, and you know, you and I both talk about working quickly and how important that is to work quickly, but there's sometimes when you need to slow down because it is all happening too fast.
35 pitches,
yeah,
3 runs, 3 walks, a couple hits. Nobody in the bullpen, so it's his at the moment.
Williams is 11 for 38 with runners in scoring position as he steps in, the junior from Odessa, Florida. Swing and a miss over top of a breaking ball. And it's 0-1. This ball ripped into the corner. That's a fair ball. Kennedy. Hodo scores. Here comes Kennedy rounding throw. The throw to the plate. Cut off. 5-0 Texas.
Let him swing over a breaking ball. Challenge him with a fastball in. Cam gets it right inside that line. Over the first baseman's head. Hodo will score easily. And Kennedy's speed, no throw to the plate. Couple doubles. A single and 3 walks leads to 5 runs.
All 3 walks come across here. 9th batter of the inning.
12th double for Cam, 3rd in the last 2 games.
And a 5 spot in the bottom of the 1st inning. Trey steps in. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Playable. Who's going to call it? Make that play. Ooh. Landesal just holds on. But 5 spot for Texas here in the bottom of the 2nd. And I'm telling you, Zeke, all different ways.
Yeah, 2 outs. Hodo with the base hit. Cam Williams will follow later, and the Hornets drop a 5 spot in the 1st.
Longhorn Network Baseball is presented by Tiff's Treats. Tiff's Treats cookie delivery. Baked to order. Delivered warm.
Wildcats and Longhorns have hooked up this year. 14 beats a 3 seed in the first round of the NCAA tournament. As the Wildcats get it done. That was an outstanding victory. First NCAA tournament win in school history.
Yeah, it was an exciting game for Abilene Christian men's basketball. Has to be first time ever with a win.
Emmett steps in. Brett, Wildcats' 2nd baseman. 6'3", 205-pounder. Missouri. Breaking ball misses out. Oh, catches the corner. Woof.
Couldn't believe that call a little bit.
Yeah. You get that pitch, it'll be a long night. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. 2nd consecutive strikeout for Madden.
Started him off with a fastball, painted a slider. And this one takes a little more off of it. Has Hammett way out in front. Couldn't reach out there and get it. 2nd strikeout of the night for Ty Madden.
Landesal will step in. Tries to check his swing. That's supplying the velocity right there. He tried to check his swing, caught it on the barrel. 1 out single to center.
You see the fastball up, holds the swing up and barrel it up. He's like, whoa, okay.
He says, oh, and it's like, are you kidding me?
The double, like, okay.
So a 1 out single. Tate Rose steps in. Grayson, Wildcat center fielder.
That's how hard it is. I mean, to throw a no-hitter. I mean, stuff like that can happen at any moment.
Yeah. Big young man.
Had a no-hitter the other night. Major League Baseball, another one. Carlos Rodon.
307. It's catching those useless facts. It cycles. Tate Rowe steps back in. Fouls it away.
Both him and Musgrove were 1-hit batter away from throwing perfect games, and Rodon was 2 outs away from a perfect game.
Yep.
Was non-tendered with the White Sox and re-signed as a no-hitter. 15 pitches for Ty, 13 strikes. Just trying to pull a Hanson.
Tried to check his swing and could not. It's 1-2.
Got ability to righties to go away, and that one backdoored. Tatro.
Mansfield, Texas product, steps back in. Upstairs, count evens at 2-2. A little more breeze than we had at the start of the ball game, coming in from left center over the scoreboard. And as Greg mentioned, darkness has slid to right center now.
Yep.
This ball ripped back through the box. Excellent piece of hitting there. Just like that, Wildcats coming right back and saying, this is a team that can score runs and swing the bat.
Top 10 in runs scored in the nation. Gets a fastball. Gets a hold of it. 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Madden.
Hunter Geezer will step in. Burleson, Texas product. He's a junior, 6'4", 225. Breaking ball downstairs for ball one. .261 on the year. He's driven in 16. Long pause this time from Madden. Comes back with a breaking ball. Geezer 194 with runners in scoring position on the season. Longhorns double play depth in the infield. Not very deep in the outfield. It shouldn't be. This breeze is picked up. 1-1. Hit pretty well. Tico has a beat on it. That's why you move in, Zeke. That's why he was playing so shallow. You can get to that ball in this game.
They can with their speed, and in this game with the breeze. That ball hit really good out there in the left center, and Tico had to go about 15 yards to his right. Ran it down with the second out of the inning.
Sebastian Randall will step in. Shortstop for Abilene Christian. Right-handed hitter. Freshman from Rockwall. As he steps in. He's driven in 25 runs. He's done a nice job. His head coach told us, you know, when we put him at shortstop, we knew he could play shortstop. And he, you know, you look at that. That's 25 ribbies.
26 hits with 25 RBIs.
Yeah, he's done
Making
a nice
them all
job.
count.
A guy that can pick it. Time call. He's 357 with runners in scoring position. That's how you drive in 25 runs.
That's how he's doing it.
Went around on that breaking ball quickly. He's down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Check swing single by Ladisall, and we've seen 3 or 4 just waves at that slider from Ty Madden.
Well, you got to turn up the volume to catch up to 98, 99, so you're going to wave at a few sliders. Breaking ball there, outside corner, painted him. 3rd strikeout for Madden as he pitches out of a jam here in the top of the 2nd. 5-0 Texas.
It felt good to break out like that finally, because it's hard to persevere when you're struggling or not playing the way you want to be playing. But it was the adjustment that clicked for me. There were small swing adjustments that needed to be made, but besides that, just going in there with a clear head, finally being able to just relax a little bit and try to do my thing. That's what they wanted from me. They just said, be yourself. So I feel like we're headed in the right direction, and I still have much more in the tank.
Well, he's really done a nice job. You can see during this homestand, average is pulled up overall at 231, but he's hit 286. I'm telling you, he's driven in a ton of runs and big runs.
55 points higher on this homestand. A lot of things go in to success. Coaching staff believing that Mike Antico could do it, right? After slumping,
Yep.
trusting him, like you said, persevering. When you're struggling, you're not going to know if you're going to be out there. You go 0 for 4, you've gone 0 for 10. Well, the coaching staff got together and told these guys, this is our lineup. If you go 0 for 4, you're back in there. So he persevered, got through the tough part. It's paying off.
40th pitch of the night. And it's 1-1. Fouled off out of play. And it's 1-2. You know, the other part is you got a veteran guy. I mean, this young man played his entire career at St. John's and went into the transfer portal. Comes as a grad transfer. You can see the tools. This 3-2 pitch, chop foul. You know, when you see tools on a guy, you're thinking, what's causing it? I'm sure it was eating on him inside, no question.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're on a new team. You haven't been here. You're from New Jersey. You're down in Texas. A lot can go into it. And then you struggle to start the season. Now it becomes a mind game. Perseverance. I mean, that's a perfect word for Mike Antico.
Well, baseball teaches you, if nothing else, how to overcome failure, because if you're the best in the business in college baseball, you're going to fail 6 out of 10 times. On the ground, into right, a little leadoff base hit for Antico.
It's all about location for Morgan, and a lot of 3-ball counts. Hitters are going to sit on fastballs. In that situation, there's another one. 3-2, gets a fastball, puts it over there in the hole.
Yeah. Would not be surprised to see him run early here again. Still early in the ball game at 5-0. He's got a stolen base in the game, 17th of the year. His first time up. Morgan throws over. Daly popped to right his first time up. All right, it's gone twice. You go 3 times. Oh, that's left-hander. I'm learning. See, just got to let me. First pitch outside for ball 1. Sometimes, can you not? I know you can pitch yourself into trouble, but sometimes instead of trying to be so fine, you just got to find the zone and try to find it down in the zone.
You're trying to be fine, and you're worried. You have a 5 in the first. Now you don't want another one to get in scoring position. You worry about him. Look what happens.
Second stolen base for Antico. Pitch was downstairs. Daly squares to bunt, pulls the bat back. Good jump here. Peeks in. No throw. Pitch misses outside, and it's 2-0 to Daly.
Another 3-ball counts on him. Just 3-0. Six 3-ball counts in the ball game so far for Morgan.
Three and 1 now to Daly. It's a 4-game week. I know we mentioned for Abilene Christian. They came from behind and beat the Mavericks of UTA on Tuesday. This ball ripped back through the box. Antico rounds, in to score. And it's 6-0 Texas. But most weekends, good swing here from Daly, stayed on top of it. Away from him, didn't try to pull it, drove it back through the box. But it's a 4-game week. It's just not. Your conference, the Southland, is playing 4-game series over the weekends. Zubia steps in.
50th pitch coming up for Morgan.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Doubled, scored, drove in a run his first time up. This ball hit pretty well, but the wind's going to keep it in the ballpark. Actually blow it back toward the infield. That ball was hit pretty well for the first out of the inning, though.
Anything hit that high, wind's going to knock it down and blow it back towards the infield, and that one was up there.
Melendez walked and scored his first time up in the first. Some pretty impressive numbers for the sophomore from El Paso. Upstairs for ball one. Throw over, and Daly's back in safely. The 1-0. Did he go? He did not. And it's 2-0. Greg, have you got all your paperwork?
We need some paperweights up here.
I'm telling you, it is occasionally blowing in, isn't it? To right.
Playing deep.
Gonna have to come in. Stays up in the air. Puts it away, does Eager. For the second out of the inning. So 2 gone as Ardwan comes to the plate. Grounded to third his first time up. 6 runs on 5 hits for Texas here in the bottom of the second. Upstairs for ball one. Long pause in the 1-0. Right side, that'll get into the stands. The count evens. Right. That's why you come to the ballpark right there. He's a Patriot and a Longhorn fan. There goes the runner. Throw to second. In time to get Daly. And that ends the inning. Not before the Longhorns get on the board again. Lead here 6-0.
Nothing Texas. Ty Madden. We're going to break him down a little bit. For me, one of the most important spots in the windup is getting that good balance point, keeping your weight back over the mound, and as you drive forward, that right shoulder for Ty Madden, you see the right one's down Left one's up. That's what creates the lever. So when you drive to home plate, you pull that elbow in. When you got those two working, you can create tilt and get out nose toes out over your front foot. Creates the location. Look at the perfect location on that pitch. Ty Madden has been able to repeat that a lot more often as he's been here at Texas. Tonight, he's repeated it to the fact that he threw 99 miles an hour in the first inning.
Yeah, but that last one, Zeke, that you were showing right there, that ball released above that hitter's belt and then ended up right at his knees. That's creating great tilt, hard to hit, I can tell you. As he comes back out, first pitch in there for a strike.
And that
Carcerin steps in, Alexi.
first pitch was exactly what we just illustrated.
It was. Junior from Frisco. Payne again, outside corner.
6 of 9 first pitch strikes for Ty, first time to the order.
Carcerin steps back in. Didn't get the call there. And I hear you say it all the time. Just go a little wider, see what happens.
Right, yeah. I mean, an umpire like Kelly Nutt, he's going to give you the outside part, the outer.
1-2. Breaking ball misses out there.
Too far on that one.
And the count evens.
They've gone far enough. You know, you got the fastball, you got the angle, you got the tilt. Go back to number 1 right here on that outside corner.
9-1-2 due for the Wildcats here in the third.
To the slider. Okay.
4th strikeout of the ball game through the first 9 batters of the game.
But this one a little closer to the strike zone than the 2-1 or the 1-2. You see the dot on that ball. There's a lot of tilt and break on that one.
Dixon steps in. 0 for 1 in the game. This is outside. Now this is a big time mustache, guys. It's a good one. Raleigh fingers.
He's some dip-de-doo.
Out on the end. Oh yeah. And it's 1-1. On the ground. Trey across the diamond makes it look so easy each and every night. And every time I see him, he just gets more impressive.
These plays that he makes are not routine. I mean, they are for Trey. Makes a lot of things look routine. Goes up the middle and flips it back across his body right there. Really works hard during batting practice out there, taking the ground balls. During regular practices, always working that craft. And got a pretty good coach over there helping him out last year for parts before the COVID, which was against this Abilene Christian team last
Absolutely.
time.
That's one of the things we got to talk about. The world went crazy after a Wednesday night game, a 9-1 victory here for Texas on March the 11th, 2020. I know you and I left the ballpark that night thinking we were going to work that weekend as New Mexico was coming to town.
Had a weekend series. A lot happened just during this ball game that they were playing.
Kept hearing the NBA was canceling all events. It was right in the middle of tournaments, basketball tournaments across the country.
Yeah.
Gets misses outside.
Matter of fact, I think the Horns were on the court about to play their Big 12 conference game, and they pulled them off.
(3-1) to Cruz. In there for a strike, and the count goes full. Little barking out of the Abilene Christian dugout. Home plate umpire. And the payoff to Cruz. Upstairs, ball 4. So a 2-out walk.
Got a little ahead of himself to that hitter.
Going back to the thing that y'all put together today, that balance point, to me, is so crucial for young pitchers to get not falling, where you can get to that balance point and drive to the plate, not fall to the plate.
You get to your balance point as a pitcher. If you're leaning forward, now everything has to speed up. If you're leaning over your toe, now you have to make that adjustment landing and correcting it with your body on the way down.
Eager swings through that one.
That's why, to me, the balance point is the most important part of the windup. That's why you see a lot of pitchers just throwing from the stretch.
When you talk to young pitchers, do you talk about starting, hey, if you want to pitch, let's start in a stretch position?
If I were to instruct a kid, I would only have them throwing from the stretch position until they get older, stronger.
Yeah.
You have to have strong legs, core and legs.
Sure you do.
So, to me, yeah, the balance point. I knew when I would do the windup, if I started drifting, which going forward before I needed to, I knew everything. I had to adjust within that split second as I delivered the ball.
2 fastballs by Eager, and it's 0-2 upstairs, and it's 1-2. In any athletic endeavor, you have to have balance, but I think pitching maybe more than any place else to allow you to repeat a delivery.
It sets up everything.
1-2. Breaking ball, foul tip, held on to by Ardwan. 5th strikeout of the ball game as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. 6-0 Texas. Just go back, just a flashback. Just look at it, talking about it. As the Wildcats came to town, Kobe Kubicek pitched really well that night. Zach Zubia launched one out of the zone. The Longhorns came away with a 9-1 victory. And it was a celebration, normal celebration. About this time, though, we started to figure out that the world was fixing to change, and it did change.
Final game. Right there, NCAA announces cancellations for spring and winter championships. Grants an extra year. Not soon thereafter, January preseason began, and opening day, February 19th. So baseball did resume with minimum amount of fans. And a lot of protocol out there right now.
Well, the great thing is, our guys in the truck do a great job of setting up, and and everybody of setting up where we get to talk to the opponent, where we get to know the coach and the other team, where we used to be able to go down and talk to them on the field, where we can't do that anymore. And each and every one of them, we talked to that pitch in there for a strike to Ardwan. We all talk about the same thing, about how their schools have done with the protocol, what they have to do with the protocol, traveling, everything. It's just changed everything.
They're basically in a bubble. They travel on a couple of buses. Talking to Coach McCarty today, they pair up. If you're sitting with this guy the first trip of the season, you're with him again.
That's your roommate on the road?
Grab your buddy.
Didn't get the call right there. Count goes full.
Get food catered in, so no one goes out. It's different. I mean, I tip my hat to each program, each player, each coach, organization, just for being able to keep up with everything that has to go on and deal with.
This ball gets pushed out of play. That ball was pushed 30 feet foul that was definitely in play. The count remains a full count.
They go down there in Possum Alley?
It did. Went down there with the possum.
You looking for the ball or the possum?
I'm sure that he went down there, he would rather find the ball than the possum.
Maybe the possum was going to throw it up to him. Right?
7th pitch of the at-bat coming, 64th of the game for Morgan. Breaking ball downstairs. Lead-off walk.
Three innings, 3 leadoff batters have got on base for Texas.
Doug steps in. Odo with a big 2-run single his first time up, and also came in to score. later in the inning. Over 300 now on the season.
304.
Squares the bunt, pulls it back. Pitch misses outside for ball one. Bunts it right out in front of the plate. It's going to be a difficult play to get it out. They do. 2-3 on the putout. Sacrifice puts Ardoin in scoring position.
Good job by Mitchell Dixon getting out there and getting that ball. If Tyler Morgan has to field it, Odo's going to make it to first. Dixon jumps out there and gets rid of it in a hurry.
Eric Kennedy steps in. Walked and scored his first time up. Another guy that's had an outstanding homestand.
Creeping up on 300.
Yes, he is. That's nearly 100-point jump in the last month. Hard to do with a lot of at-bats. He's just maintained, getting his bunts down when he needs to. Break a ball in there for a strike. The power numbers haven't come yet, but he's a guy who can hit the ball in the ballpark as well.
He's hit a couple at the wrong time.
Yeah,
Wins, but
you're exactly
not blowing in his favor.
Texas 4 for 7 in the ball game with runners in scoring position. Inside. It's 2-1 to Kennedy. Five in the first if you're just tuning in, 1 in the second for Texas. Lead here 6-0. 70th pitch of the ball game for Tyler Morgan. Still had something on that. Swings through it, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 to Kennedy. Laid off a breaking ball. And the count goes full. Cam Williams, 2-run double, awaits on deck, his first time up. 8 3-ball count for Morgan. On the ground to first, nice play. Better hurry, can he get it out? He cannot.
It's a split second. It's a good play down there by Geezer to get to it, and you expect the pitcher to be there, but didn't get a break immediately. Good effort, better speed. Just in front of the tag with the ball on the base. Another infield knock for Eric Kennedy.
It is really difficult probably to watch film or to scout a team to know how quickly Kennedy gets down the line from the left side.
I think that was his 20th or 21st infield hit this season, so that should tell you something. 20th infield hit.
There goes Kennedy. No throw. He gets second base. Third stolen base of the ball game for the Longhorns.
It just puts pressure on the defense. You know they lead the Big 12 in stolen bases. Helm and Antico are 1 and 2. And it doesn't take much like that right there. That's a great play by a first baseman. As a pitcher, your job is to get over there. Well, you can't beat him because he's too fast. Even if he got a good jump, he might not have beat him over there.
Yeah. That was a heck of an effort to try to get an out. Geezer. This ball ripped down the right field line, but hooked foul. In with the possum. It's 1-2 to Cam. Doubled his first time up. Drove in a couple. The 1-2. Hitting.
Tried to go in there with the breaking ball. He gets in there. Just Cam trying to lift that foot up, gets him on the hop.
Baltini will step in. Trey 0 for 1 in this one.
Corners in, they'll come home if it's hit to them, playing for 2 up the middle.
This is outside for ball 1. Longhorns have been good with them loaded all season. They're 19 for 55. Good pitch, that location, swings and misses. Now the stretch comes set. Good location again. And it's 1-2.
Trey looking for something else right there.
80th pitch of the ball game coming.
There's a Wildcat with a ball in the pen. I hadn't thrown any yet.
Back up breaking ball. The count evens at 2-2. Sometimes that fools you as a hitter.
It fools you, but sometimes those go a long way. Hung it just enough up and in. 40 balls, 40 strikes.
Yep. Misses outside and the count goes full. As the great Vin Scully would say right here, you can't go much further than this. Something's got to happen on this pitch.
Hope Trey tied his shoes. He's about to try to come out of them.
Well, we will do it again. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming. Outside ball 4. Oregon has walked in the 7th run of the game.
Third bases loaded RBI walk for Texas in the last 4 games.
Tico's had a good night. 2 stolen bases, 2 runs, singled and walked.
Trevor Jackson getting loose for Abilene Christian.
Popped up. Going to be a difficult play. Can anybody get there? Randall does a nice job. It doesn't know how many outs there are. Doesn't turn. Nice job by Kennedy to tag up and score because Randall just turned around and looked into the infield.
Mental lapse down there. Kennedy was looking to tag up, watching Randall as he came a long way to catch that ball, but just gave up on it right there. Kennedy was looking, didn't go, and then when Randall didn't turn to throw the ball, Kennedy got home easily. That's a sacrifice fly RBI right there.
That's exactly the only way you can score that. You don't see many sacrifice flies. F6. Good hustle by Kennedy.
Heads up.
Daly steps in, RBI single. His last time up.
Horns working on the area code right now. 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 right now in the third.
Look, called somebody here in the Austin area. Breaking ball misses down. Good location there with that breaking ball. It's 1-2.
A lot of 3-ball counts, but when he's been ahead, Morgan, he just hasn't made the pitch he needs to put him away.
See what happens here with a 1-2 count. Made a mistake, got away with it. Left that up. '90th pitch coming in the ball game.
One would think that could be enough for 2 2/3, possibly 3 if he gets out of it right here.
Tried to check his swing. It's a foul ball. One, two. Downstairs. The count evens. To right. Here comes Williams to the plate. Around to third. Goes Trey. Ball gets bobbled down to second. Goes Daly. 9-0 Texas.
You're up now at 9-0. His ball hit right by Faltini, the runner. He has to hold up, but good hustle with 2 outs. Gets all the way around to third base. Cam Williams is going to score. Ball gets away down there at third. Mitchell Daly will advance to second base.
And we're going to have a pitching change on positive here. Nice job by the Longhorns. 7 hits in the game. They've taken advantage of the walks and they've gotten some separation here now. We will have a new pitcher. 9-0 Texas. We'll give you the information on the new hurler when we come back. New pitcher for Abilene Christian is Trevor Jackson, and is making his 8th appearance. He is a junior, Palo Verde High School in Las Vegas, Nevada. College of Southern Nevada. Transferred to come in. He's making his 8th appearance.
Fastball, breaking ball, changeup. Command looks like it could be a little issue for Trevor this season. 8 2/3, 10 walks, 13 base hits. Got a big task right now. Down 9, a couple runners in scoring position.
7 hits in the game for Texas. 9 runs on the board. Against Tyler Morgan.
He got a lot of baseball ahead of him. Short memory in this game. You'll get another start, and you'll get it next week. You got to prepare and be ready for that one.
Zach steps in. He's 1 for 2. He's flied to center and doubled to left center. First pitch swinging and fouls it back for strike 1. He's driven 1 in and he scored 1. Off speed, downstairs with a changeup. And the count evens. We were just told that ball that just left Zubia's bat hit our truck outside.
Parked out there off MLK. They're probably like, man, is it thundering out there? What's going on?
Well, yesterday, a lot of across north suburbs of the Austin area, a lot of hail damage.
Could have been baseball-sized hail.
Yeah, but it's going to be expensive, I can tell you. Zubia steps out. Right side, headed for the truck again.
Watch out, truck.
And it's 2-2. Steps back in. We got souvenirs going on in the truck now. That pitch misses inside. Somebody went and got it.
We better give that to a kid.
It's got to be transferred, doesn't it? Payoff now to Zubia. Melendez awaits on deck. Jackson comes set. Outside, ball 4. That loads the bases again. As the 9th batter for the 2nd time in the ball game comes to the plate. 9th of an inning. Melendez has walked and scored and flied to right. Every Longhorn has reached base safely in this ball game. Tried to check his swing, opposite field. This is going to drive in a couple. It's 11-0 Texas.
Stay
Excuse
hot.
me, RBI.
Stay hot. Second check swing single we've seen tonight. One off Ty Madden. This one is going to leave a mark. Check swing, flare to right, get a couple RBIs out of it. 11-0. Now 4 for 8 on the season is Ivan Melendez with the bases loaded.
5 spot in the first, now 5 in the third. 11 runs on 8 hits. Silas steps in. He's grounded to third and walked. First pitch in there for strike 1. There are times when you cannot get a hit, Greg, no matter as a hitter. I've been there. That you feel like you're doing everything right, you just cannot get a hit. And then there's times when you try to check your swing and it drives in 2.
This game isn't fair.
Fair. That's exactly right.
And they say they all even out?
I believe so.
Not really.
Not for pitchers or hitters.
They'll take it, though.
Absolutely. 0-2. Ripped down the line, foul. And Zubia had to do a little hopscotch to get out of the way.
I thought it got him at first. Just got that left foot out of the way. That's why you stay in foul territory right there.
Couple of reasons. One, you don't want to get hit. And the other one, if that ball hits you in fair territory, you're out.
Yep.
The 0-2 again. Got him. That ends the inning, but not before damage done again by Texas. They come up with a 5 spot. Cruising here, 11-0. Top of the 4th, 11-0 Texas. You know, the Big 12 is playing, just dominating right now. The Longhorns in out-of-conference play this weekend, but the other 8 teams all playing. How about that? Baylor and Kansas State, they've already been postponed in Lawrence today. That big one going on in Fort Worth. And the Red Raiders, a lot of news about the Red Raiders came out today. Somebody's throwing a one-hitter into the 7th.
Yeah. A few injuries for Texas Tech, not affecting them in that game. I tell them little guys we'll give them a baseball. Well, I know where one is if we can get some of that popcorn.
Hookham's in the house tonight.
We get Hookham on the right jersey schedule. Got his orange on.
He has a white.
Yeah. "28-minute half inning." Ty had to sit over there.
Hammond fouls it back over the top. Onto the clamshell. 0 for 1 in the ball game. It's got 7 homers. Wildcat second baseman steps back in. Downstairs. You love all those runs. We've had this conversation multiple times. As a pitcher, you love to look up and say, well, my team's put 11 on the board, but it's hard 30 minutes in between pitches sometimes to get back focused.
Well, there's times, though, when that happens, it could have worked out perfect for Ty. Silas made the last out. Get out there in a hurry and get a few extra tosses.
Yeah.
Right? Got to make sure you're ready. Normal pitch count in between innings is 8. It's not that many when you've been sitting for 30 minutes.
Leadoff walk here. Top of the 4th. Ladisaw will step in. Check swing single to center. First time up. Steps in from the left side. Misses upstairs. Focus. It's, no matter what scenario, this will be the 50th pitch coming.
And a great job by Silas right there. Recognizing. Leadoff walk, those first pitch to the next hitter up and out of the zone. Go out there and not settle him down, just get him back in the zone. Another one out of the zone.
32 in the zone, 18 outside the zone in his 50 pitches. Downstairs, and it's 3-0. Focus, repeat. Misses. Back-to-back walks here in the 4th for Madden. You look at some of the things that are going on for the Red Raiders. They come to town here in 2 weeks. Boy, those are big losses to that ball club.
Dylan Nosey and Wilson in that starting lineup. Out. Wilson out for at least 6 weeks. Nosey, we hear, is out for the year. And never good when that rotator cuff comes in to play.
It is not. Rowe rips this ball down the line, hooks it foul. Grayson singled his first time up. Single to center.
Abilene Christian is in the top 10 in the nation in runs scored. So they can put some runs on the board.
You see Tate Rowe's numbers there. They're good. The 0-1 from Madden. Upstairs. And it's 1-1. He still hasn't found his release point yet.
Yeah, you got to focus on the hitter. You got an 11-run lead. I could care less. I wouldn't even look at the runner on second base. Focus on the mitt. Focus on the strike zone right now.
Up again, and it's 2-1. All of a sudden, it's a battle. It's a mind game.
It's just you're hurting yourself. I mean, there's only one person you can talk to every time, Ed, and that's yourself. That's 3 straight breaking balls out of the zone.
Now, the other part of that is sometimes talking to yourself, you don't get the answers that you want.
Yeah, you can talk to. Don't answer. Just kind of mumble to yourself out there. But I can see where he went with the breaking balls, trying to get the ball down in the zone, but unable to so far.
Good pitch there. And the count evens. In this scenario, I'd even tell the hitter, I'm going to throw you a fastball. Here it comes. Can you catch up to it? And he did. But his defense made a play behind him for the first out of the inning.
We got the last 2 fastballs over the plate in the zone, and that's what you do. You got to challenge with an 11-run lead. You got yourself in the hole. Now you got to get yourself out. Defense is out there. Hit it right to him.
Keyser will step in. Hunter lined, hit a ball hard to center his first time up. Odo has a play on this to right, tagging, moving up 90 feet for the second out of the inning. So Randall will be coming to the plate.
First and second, nobody out. 2 pitches later, first and third, 2 outs.
Struck out looking his first time up. Wildcat shortstop steps back in. Upstairs for ball 1. Out of sync still is Madden. You can just tell he's just somehow out of sync.
You fight yourself. I mean, really, sometimes it's like, can I throw a strike? So it becomes a mental game. The velocity's gone down because you start to aim a little bit. 93 on that fastball. I'd like to have that and say my velocity's going down. Right? 20th pitch of the inning coming up for Ty.
62nd of the ball game. Good swing, fouls it back. Sebastian step out, tighten the bat and gloves, and step back in. At the top of the zone and gets the call.
It's like a driver at this point in golf. Grip it and rip it. Don't overthink. He's got the strikeouts on the breaking ball a lot today, but right now in this situation, I like the fastball.
Strikeout, that's what he went to. 6th of the game. Pitches around it, finds it at the end. 11-0 Texas. Final 2 games of this series right here on LHN. Game 2 tomorrow at 2:30 Central. Series finale. Sunday at 1 Central. All games right here on LHN and the ESPN app. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, 11-0 Texas. 11 runs on 8 hits. They've scored in every frame. Cotton Candy, come on, let me in there. No, that might be clothing. Foul back. It looked like Cotton Candy at the beginning. He was trying to get in it. It didn't hit the truck, did it? Don't think it did. Come on, Mom. Let me in.
Unfortunately for him, his snacks are in the little baggies.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
Good change up. Hodo down 0-2.
Jackson showing a good change up.
Way upstairs. Second pitcher of the ball game for the Wildcats. Abilene Christian. On both sides in this game, we got to have some depth. This ball hit well to left. This has got a chance, even against the breeze. Get out of here. Second of the homestand. 12-0 Texas.
He's 4 games away from tying Ivan Melendez. 2 games in a row now for Doug Hodo. 3rd of the year. 2nd of the homestand. Jackson got the swing and miss on the changeup. Threw another one right there. That one just stayed up. Good timing with the leg kick. Bringing the hands in. 14th multi-hit game of the year for Doug Hodo. Put that one in the bullpen. It's 12-0.
It's against the breeze. As Kennedy steps in, first pitch in for a strike. Change up in there for a strike as well. I've been missed upstairs. You don't want to keep it up there. Walk, single, stolen base, scored runs out in front. Comes up with the strikeout, the second for Jackson since coming into the game.
That's his go-to. Just hung that one to Hodo. 2 games in a row, I'm telling you. Watch out, Mr. Melendez.
It's only got 4 to go.
Yep.
Cam Williams has been hit by a pitch and scored, doubled to drive in too. So he's 1 for 1 out in front of that change.
Almost has a screwball effect. Got good depth to it when he gets down, dives out of the zone.
Foul back and quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Cam steps back in. Fastball didn't get the call. Tried to paint the corner. Shift on for Cam. Expecting him to pull the ball on the ground.
Tadbro way out there in center.
Misses with the change.
Taking a couple more steps back.
And it's a full count. Williams steps back in. Outside, ball 4.
Go 2 to 4-2.
That's, I haven't heard that term, but that's good. 0-2 to 4-2. Altini will step in. He's walked and scored. Flied out. First pitch in there for a strike.
Don't see this too often. I haven't seen it too often, and I've never seen it in college baseball until last year. The number 0, and now we got 2 zeros going at it.
This is outside. You're right.
Trey Faltini with the number 0 and Trevor Jackson with the number 0.
Change up downstairs. Nice job keeping that ball in front.
I'll go out on a limb and say this is probably the first time ever in college baseball.
0-0?
0-0. Pitcher
There's a lot of teams in the country.
Yeah, but nobody wore 0 till last year.
Yeah. Change up, had him out in front. It's 2-2. Fouls this ball back, keeps the at-bat alive. Top of the order, Mike Antico gets to the plate in this inning. Will have batted in each of the frames in this ball game. On the ground, could be 2. 6-4-3 and a beauty in the inning over. Through 4. First one that has left the ballpark.
Oh no. Gets a changeup. Keeps his hands in. Second home run in as many games. The Horns are up 12-0. Ty Madden getting his regular Friday night start against Abilene Christian. Came out throwing gas in the first. Touched 99 on the radar gun. Good breaking ball right there. Sharp, tight. Had a lot of check swings like that one right there on that slider. Got pulled eager for the second time in this ball game. Big right-hander has thrown 4 innings in this ball game. Got 6 strikeouts. He's been able to last inning struggled, walked the first 2 guys, but was able to make an adjustment and get 3 straight outs after getting himself in trouble with the first 2 batters. 6 strikeouts, 4 on the slider, 2 on the fastball. 64 total pitches through 4.
Kazarin will step in. Lexi fouls this ball off for strike 1. 9-1-2-2. For the Wildcats here, trailing 12-0. Texas has scored 5 in the first. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 in the second, 5 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. One, good angle on that one. Not going to do anything with that pitch.
What's more impressive when he does have the good angle is the location that he's able to throw it. First one ran in on Kazarin. That one just stayed right outside. And followed it up with another one. 1 mile an hour harder. 7th strikeout of the night. We talk about got the left shoulder up. Bring the elbow in. Create the tilt. Whoa.
Not hitting it. That's going to get a lot of people at any level out. Breaking ball down the right field line. Wynn pushing this. And this is just foul. Nixon hit it well. Wynn just pushed that foul.
About 324 feet down the right field line. About a foot foul. Much of a breeze at the moment.
Now we got the all-name team that we've named that we get to see to come into Dish Fog. Now we got the all-mustache team.
Yeah, this big league. This big league one's right here. It's a Goose. Goose had a really good one, but Raleigh actually had a dippity-doo contract.
Yes, he did. And he also had a mean slider. He was pretty good. Trust me. Some good ones right there. Off at the end of the bat. That ball came back fair. Udron comes up with it, just cued it right off the end of the bat. That baseball is going to have a slice all over it. Nice hustle right there.
Gonna have a smile on it. This ball hits foul, still foul. Cued it out. Spin. Good job by Guan. Staying with it. Madden noticed it, but he couldn't get to it. Silas got out there, got the out.
So 2 outs here in the 5th for the Wildcats as Cruz steps in. Takes that pitch upstairs for ball 1. He has walked and flied to right. And it's 2-0. Downstairs. '76th pitch of the night right here. In there for a strike. I think you go to the bullpen after this inning. That's just my thoughts. I mean, he's got a good workout, got a big lead. Nobody warming up right now. Off of his body, left it on the mound. Can he get an out? He cannot. Nice hustle by Cruz. Got to give him credit right there. Hopefully that'll be an infield knock.
That's I thought it was in his glove. He was ready to run it and flip it to first. Gets the glove on it. Thinks it's in there right there. Wait a minute. Gotta have it before I can throw it. Unable to get back to it. Wise decision right there. Head first slide. Infield knock.
That brings Colton Eager to the plate. He has struck out twice in 2 plate appearances. First pitch misses down and in for ball 1. See the numbers. He's been outstanding offensively all season long for the Wildcats. Fouls it back. The count evens at 1-1.
Gone down swinging both times up in this ball game. Change up, I'm mad.
Was. Checks the runner. The 2-1 with 2 outs. Foul back. Souvenir. Oh, yeah. Count evens at 2-2. Missed with a changeup. And the count goes full. Runner will be off. They'll play behind him at first base. Silas was saying he's not going to throw to second, but he's looking at the scoreboard as wrong. It's got 1 out, and there's 2 outs in the inning. That's what he was looking at right there. Couldn't figure out what was going on.
Confusing.
Yeah, but they are 2 outs. It's 3-2, 2 outs. Runner will be off. Got him. Good fastball in a good location. 8th strikeout of the night for Ty Madden. We're halfway home. Texas cruising 12-0.
I also wanted to thank baseball for the tremendous opportunities that it has presented to me. I would just like to say that I was really just a spoke in the wheel of the success that we had.
Jackie Robinson, one of the first to break the color barrier. The other part, you just see it, everything he did, what he had to do, what he had to withstand to cross that field. There's 2 things that jump out the page. This man lettered in 4 sports a year in college at UCLA. Let's start with that.
That's athletic.
Athletic. And then the second part, one of the great quotes I've ever seen is from Willie Mays when he said, "I thank Jackie Robinson every time I go to the bank." And I thought that was just an incredible statement to say, gives me the opportunity to be a big leaguer because of him.
It does open the door for a lot of great athletes, a lot of great young men in the game of baseball. Baseball is thriving because of it. We think Jackie Robinson.
Absolutely. Harrison Cawley is a freshman in behind the plate now, catching for the Wildcats. As Antico will lead it off, he rips this ball into the right field corner. This is going to go for extra bases. Leadoff double for Mike Antico. He's had a big night. Second hit of the night. He's driven in a run. He scored twice, stole a couple of bases.
2 for 2. Walked his first time up and got that sacrifice fly to shortstop. His last at bat drives this one hopping off the right field wall.
Mitchell Daly 2 for 3 tonight. As he steps in. 2 singles, a couple of ribbies. He's driven in 19 now. Upstairs for ball 1. I love what the Major League Baseball doing. Everybody wearing 42. Jackie Robinson Day. It's cool. I think all of us would have loved to have seen what Satchel Paige, those guys from the Monarchs, what they would have done in Major League Baseball. Josh Gordon.
Texas with 4 extra base hits in this game. But cool Papa Bell.
Cool Papa Bell, no doubt. That hurt. Just coming into the game, you've been sitting over there cold, and get a foul tip off your shin guard. Oh, right on the point, too. It looks like there's a cover there, but it stuns you.
It's right where the pads start to separate.
Two-1 to Daly. Count evens at 2-2. Zubia waits on deck. 12 runs on 10 hits. The Longhorns have scored in every frame. Off at the end of the bat, it'll do the job. Not what Daly wanted, but the runner moves up 90 feet. Productive out. One gone here in the 5th.
Change up from Jackson, just squibbed it out there. Got the runner over with 12-run lead. They will play back, getting outs in the 5th inning, counting outs.
Craig is in right field too. Another substitution in the ball game for the Wildcats. Breaking ball upstairs. Change up, misses up, and it's 2-0.
Texas in April, what they averaging over 10 runs a game, got 12 again tonight.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Halfway through the game,
what they've done offensively. This ball ripped to left.
13.
Second ribby of the night, second hit of the night. For Zubia.
Ricky Brennis and the Spurs are going to have to reorder shotgun shells for Smokey. Change up. Drives it to left. 13-0.
Scored in every frame have the Longhorns. And that shell out, loaded back up.
That's a great thing they do with Doug Hodo's home run. He'll get the shotgun shell that went off. Kind of a neat thing that Ricky Brennis and the Spurs started doing. I believe they started it last year. Season cut short.
Melendez has drove in a couple. His 34th and 35th ribby of the year. Breaking ball in the dirt. He's 1 for 2. He's walked, flied to right. Check swing to right. They drove in 2.
There'll be times like right after the home run, Ricky Brennis will mark it, put it in a baggie, and walk it around to the dugout, the end of the dugout by the tunnel leading into the locker room.
Ready to rock again. 1-2. Changeup off the end of the bat, out in front. Gonna have to go to first base. Jackson does. Did he get an out? No, he doesn't. Throw took him off the bag.
This one's going to have a cut on it as well. Another squibber. Jackson got to it. Just.
Ooh, I don't know if they're going to review this. If they do review it, this.
It only takes a split second for the ball to be in the glove and the foot to still be on the bag. Take a look at it. Can't tell when he caught the ball on that one, but he was flying off the bag.
They are going to take a review. Take a look at this.
Second baseman Hammond was already giving the ball to Philip Miller over there. Another one with a smile on it.
Yeah, I got a little cut in it. Ball is safe on the field. So the first thought is that he's on the bag when he catches the ball. That's just my first look. Is there enough there to overturn it? Ball's in the glove. He's on the bag.
Yep.
So I think there is enough to overturn.
There is enough. There you can see the webbing go back, and the toe is on the bag. Tough to tell from that one. He's already caught it and jumping off, getting out of the way of Melendez coming down the line.
We're going to have some changes for Texas during this.
Right there, he's on, I think.
Yeah, I think I see enough to overturn it to say he is. Right here's the best view. More time. Our guys do a great job slowing this down. On the bag, ball in the glove, and then he comes off of it.
Yeah, then he has to come off of it because Ivan Melendez is barreling down on him. Peyton Powell, in the meantime, has gone out to run for Zach Zubia at second base.
Here comes the call. He is out at first base.
Yeah, to normal action, it does look like he's off the bag, flying in the air, but it just has to be for a split second where everything connects. Ball and webbing, toe still on the base.
Pinch running at second base for the Longhorns is Peyton Powell as he comes in for Zach Zubia, so he's running out at second base. 13-0 ball game here.
There is action in the Longhorn bullpen as we speak. I would think Coy Cobb getting loose. I was thinking maybe get my horse one more, get him up close to 100 pitches, but with Cobb getting hot down there, it might not happen.
The ground out does it. Through 5, Texas 13-0.
Ty Madden getting his start on this Friday against Abilene Christian. Using the fastball really good. Hit 99 in that first inning. Had command of the breaking ball. 8 strikeouts for Ty Madden in this ball game. 5 innings, got a 13-run support in that 5 innings. He will exit the game throwing 83 pitches. Did have 3 walks. 2 came in that 4th inning, but got out of the jam. 8 strikeouts. Get a smile out of him right there next to Mike Antico. We got a wholesale changes coming up. Starts on the mound with Coy Cobb getting his 5th appearance.
Absolutely. Sophomore from Katy. He comes out. In left field will be Peter Geib. In center field, Kennedy moves from left to center. So Eric Kennedy will be in center. Dalton Porter is the new right fielder for the Longhorns. In the infield from 3rd to 1st, Murphy Staley will be at 3rd. Trey stays in at short. Dylan Campbell comes in at second base. Peyton Powell, who came on to pinch run, is the first baseman. And DJ Petrinsky is behind the plate. Cobb's first pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
You're thinking as a hitter, man, it's 13-0. Go up there and hunt fastball and you get a breaking ball.
Hammett steps back in. And he does hunt this fastball and rips it down the left field line. Is it hooking? Is it hooks foul? So quickly 0-2. You know, I always say, excuse me, Zeke, I didn't mean, I always say the ball finds you, but there's too many people out there not to find somebody.
It would have to go to center or short.
Yes. Downstairs.
Coy's got the breaking ball. Good fastball, but his changeup is his bread and butter, and you saw that right there. Just pulled it a little bit with the 0-2 count.
Checked his swing. That's a tough pitch to lay off.
That was a good changeup.
The count evens at 2-2. Missed upstairs. And it's a full count. What did you say? 0-2 to 4-2?
Not yet. Got him. When it's your bread and butter, you can throw it at any time. 3-2 on this changeup. See the circle change in his grip. Left it up, took enough off of it to have Hammett fooled.
Ladisaw will step in. Miller singled to center and walked against Madden. Comes up empty. 92 miles an hour on that heater.
Giddy up on that one. And now this 92, 93, and your changeup's floating in there at 82 to 80 going the other way. That's a big difference in our arm speed. There's the change up.
One. Good change. Had him out in front, and it's 1-2.
And there are times when you have that circle change, you just get over the top of it a little bit, and it'll cut like the one did low and in. That one, he stayed with it, pronated really well, and got the sinking action on it.
Fastball misses inside, and it's 2-2.
Well, that's just to set up the combio right here.
Downstairs, might have overthrown that one a little bit, and the count goes full.
And we'll cross it again. We got Hammett with a 3-2 changeup. See what he decides to go with right here.
The payoff. Just missed.
Second walk of the night for Ladisson.
Tatro will step in from the left side. This is a part of the lineup that's had some success tonight for the Wildcats. 1 for 2. He's lying to right, single. Out in front for strike one. The 0-1.
Got the call on that one. Back-to-back change-ups. If you can locate that fastball up and in right here.
Oof. Really, for me, it's about the belt over the plate, inside corner. I just don't think you can get there. You got to have your body staying back, and just went away with the heater. And it's 1-2. Now that's the little things that you don't need to do. The E1. I don't think they're going anywhere down 13-0.
And Zonk, if they do, it's 13-0.
Tatro steps back in. Pull foul. Ricochets back on the field. We'll do it again at 1-2. Zeke, I don't think at any point today have we seen the wind blow as it is blowing right now. I believe that the front that was supposed to come into town has hit. And I'm sure our camera guys recognize it right now.
My legs are starting to recognize it. You were smart. You wore jeans.
Off of the fist to right. Porter stumbles, but able to get in and make the play for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, good adjustment out there. He broke back with the big swing and slipped. Caught himself and was able to come in and make the catch.
See, right? Yeah.
One step back. Oops. Good adjustment.
Geezer will step in. Hunter. On the night. 0 for 2. Lined out. Flied out. Swing and a miss for strike one.
I'm ready for tomorrow, though. It's supposed to be a little chillier tomorrow.
60.
The high, right?
Yeah. Great effort by Staley. Knocked that ball down. A wild pitch. Runner moves up 90 feet. What a play by Staley right here. And he tries to make a tag.
Thought he did. Hand was on the bag.
Inside, and it's 2-1. Had him out in front. Cobb has got an excellent changeup. It was a pitch that he didn't use very often in the past against right-handed hitters. But I think it's a pitch, especially when he's down in the count, that you can use to both sides.
It's his pitch. Got the good fastball, but the changeup is good to both lefty and righties right there. Got himself in a little jam and gets himself out of a jam. The Horns still lead 13-0.
UFCU, last non-conference weekend as the rest of the conference play is ahead of Texas. They're halfway home, 10-2 in conference play. Lead the Big 12 going into this weekend. And you just look at the scenario, everybody that's behind them, second, third, fourth, and fifth, remain on the schedule.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough go. Got the other ones out of the way at a 10-2 clip. What can they do the rest of the way? Got their hands full. But playing really good baseball.
They are playing outstanding.
Kyle Strant will come in to play second for Abilene Christian.
As Porter will lead it off. Dalton, true freshman from Leander, steps in. 6 foot, 190 pounds. 250 on the year as he steps in. Comes up empty on that high fastball. Count evens at 1-1. Misses high, and it's 2-1.
Jackson out there riding the ship right now.
Laid off of that changeup, and it's 3-1. Yeah, he's given some length, something his club really needed. The 3-1 delivery. Right down Broadway. It's a full count. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Activity in the Texas bullpen. I would think I see a lot of guys get an inning of work. Upstairs, leadoff walk here in the 6th for Texas.
Got action in the Wildcat bullpen as well.
Eric Kennedy steps in. One for two tonight. Jackson's 50th pitch out of the bullpen right now. Upstairs for ball one.
Nick Norton warming up for Abilene Christian.
Outside, and it's 2-0. Misses again. 3-0. Ball gets away in the outfield.
It's a veteran move out there.
Yeah, don't go back to the gate. Just go over the fence.
Give yourself a little more time to warm up. I did that a couple times. If I wasn't ready, I'd just throw a ball on the field. Make them call timeout. In the meantime, you can throw 4 or 5 more pitches.
You could, couldn't you? We got something on the field. Kennedy walks, first and second. Staley coming to the plate. His first plate appearance. Carlsbad, California.
Subbed last week against Kansas State. After the melee, Cam Williams was thrown out of the ball game. Murphy held his own for a game and a half. Him, Dylan Campbell.
They did an outstanding job.
Can't leave out Lance Ford in that one either.
Had him out in front. Count evens at 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside.
Texas has drawn 9 walks tonight with a hit batter. 10 free passes, go with 11 base hits.
21 base runners.
Scorecard's busy.
This ball hit well, but playable to left. Wind really pushing this back toward the infield for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone. Faltini will step in. 0 for 2 tonight. He's walked, driven in a run, and scored a run.
Must be some bad weather up there in Kansas. Both the Kansas schools postponed today.
Double dips tomorrow.
TCU on top of Oklahoma State at the moment, 4-2.
This ball hit well down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. The count evens at 1-1. It's difficult to win series in conference play, yes, but it's really difficult to win both ends of a doubleheader.
That's a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
Going against both teams, going against the number 1 and 2 in the rotation.
Out in front, and it's 1-2 again.
Texas hasn't lost a single series all year, conference and non-conference.
Count evens at 2-2. Jackson set. This ball into the gap in left field. This is going to get back against the wall. In to score. Porter. 14-0 Texas, and they have scored in every frame.
So he just missed one. Foul down the left field line. Catches this one. One hop in left center. Normal situation. Eric Kennedy's going to score easily, but up 13-0. David Pierce holds him up at third. with that double. Now Lance Ford will come out and run for Trey Faltini.
So Ford at second base. 14-0 here. Bottom of the 6th. Upstairs for ball 1. Freshman from Houston. First plate appearance of the day. 5'11", 205 for Campbell. Swings and misses. And the count evens.
Got his hands full. That leadoff spot hadn't made an out today.
Scored 3 times as well. Outside. It's 2-1. Missed again away. And it's 3-1. Peter Geib awaits on deck. Popped up. Will it stay in the field of play? Wind pushing. It does for the second out of the inning. So Geib gets an at bat here. Longhorn left fielder. Sophomore from Houston. He's got a 4,000 slugging percentage.
1 for 1.
1 for 1. It was a big fly. He drove in 3 on a 3-run homer. And there for a strike. He scored twice. So he's walked and scored. On base percentage is 1,000. Misses there, and the count evens at 1-1. Upstairs. Checked his swing, didn't go. It's 3-1. Peyton Powell awaits on deck. 71st pitch out of the bullpen. Outside ball 4. That loads them up. We could have a pitching change here.
We will.
First game of a 3-game set, you needed somebody to come in and give you some length. 71 pitches out of the pen. We'll give you the new pitcher when we come back. Texas leads 14-0. The first glance at the Coach Sark era at Texas is upon us. On April 24th, the game day crew will lead us into the spring game at noon Central. Then at 1 o'clock, it's the Orange-White and their final workout of the spring. Texas football in the spring on April 24th, beginning right here at noon on LHN.
January 2nd, a good day in my opinion. That's my birthday. Named head coach of Texas football. Been at Washington, USC, career 46-35. A couple national titles, 03. Almost got one in 06, we call it. 05, 06. Got another one at Alabama. Bet you didn't know one thing about Sark. He started his college career at USC as a baseball player.
Heard that. Yeah. Heard that. Go to the bullpen as Nick Norton comes in. He is a 6'5", 990-pounder left-hander from Tyler, Texas, making his 8th appearance of the year. Specialist most of the time for Norton, coming in to face a left-hander. He'll face a left-hander here. Texas with 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 5th, and 6th. 14 runs on 12 hits. Have committed 1 miscue in the ball game. For the Wildcats, no runs on 3 hits, 2 miscues. Jackson did a nice job of. You needed some length there to help your club, and he threw over 70 pitches.
Right. It's not the outcome anyone wanted for Abilene Christian, but you gain respect. You saw him get a couple pats on the backside as he's leaving the mound. You get respect from your teammates, from your coaching staff. To sit out there, and it's called wearing one. You have to.
Yep. Got to happen at some point. First pitch from Norton misses inside to Peyton Powell. First plate appearance. He came on to pinch run for Zubia in the 5th. His first plate appearance. He's homered this year and driven in a run. It's in there for a strike. When you've scored 14, you've done a pretty good job, and the Longhorns over 500 with runners in scoring position tonight. Steps off.
The one that breaking ball call right here.
Powell steps back in. Norton's 1-1. Hit well to center, but playable. And that ends the inning. Longhorns put another one on the board. 2/3 of the game in the books. Texas cruising 14-0.
Longhorn Network Baseball is presented by Tips Treats. Tips Treats cookie delivery, baked to order, delivered warm. And American Campus Communities, where students love living.
Much different downtown than when we came to school here.
A few more buildings.
A few more taller buildings. A few more lights. Top of the 7th inning. Texas out in front 14-0. The Longhorns go to the bullpen here. Jared Southern will come into the game.
Little breaking ball, heavy fastball from Jared Southern. As he enters the game, Lance Ford will also enter the game. See the numbers. 8th appearance, no ERA for Jared Southern. He's out there all the time during batting practice, playing shortstop. He got pretty slick moves out there.
He does move around, play his position. See the numbers as he comes into the game.
Lance Ford now in the game playing third. Murphy Staley will move to shortstop. Entire new team out there except Eric Kennedy still in center.
Sebastian Randall will step in. First pitch in there for a strike. The Longhorn right-hander 0 for 2 tonight is Randall. 8-9-1 due here for the Wildcats. Cutter misses outside. The count evens at 1-1. Upstairs. You get a chance to get out there, the one thing you want to do is attack.
Especially with the 14-0 lead. There's a good pitch. Cutter. Last outing we saw Jared throw an abundance of cutters.
2-2 to right. Wynn really pushing this ball. Oh, this ball moved 100 feet. It is whipping, folks.
That would have been a can of corn.
in from left field, blowing to right now.
Can of corn is what's on it.
Can of corn is a easily played fly ball right to a guy that doesn't move very often. Outside, the count goes full. Upstairs, ball 4. So leadoff walk.
Fifth walk for Texas pitching in this ball game. 3 by Madden, 1 by Cobb, and leadoff walk right there by Southern.
Carabine will step in. Alexa. On the night. Has struck out twice. So he's 0 for 2. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Count evens. Good location there. It's 1 and 2. Longhorns double play depth in the infield. Breaking ball stays inside. Foul back, good swing.
Right on that one. You know, when they're fouling them straight back, they just miss them.
Cutter got him. Back to the top of the order with 1 out.
First of the game for Southern. That was nasty right there. Good location, just a little cut at the end.
Colleague will step in. Harrison's first plate appearance. He came on defensively. First pitch misses inside. Freshman from the Woodlands. Side. 2 and 1.
See, that cutter sailed on him right there. Just if the elbow drops just a little bit, you get underneath it. Cutter, you got to keep that hand on top. Better.
But misses, and it's 3 and 1. Outside, ball 4. So a couple of walks and a strikeout. Bryson Hill, this is the everyday third baseman. He's been injured. trying to bringing him back along slowly. Like to get him back into this lineup. Good offensive player. He's got good numbers. So Hill, the pinch hitter. This is inside for ball one. Sean Allen will take this time to hustle out. This is a one-way conversation here.
You don't need anyone else out there when you're up 14. Walked a couple, 20 pitches coming up for Southern. So I'm just saying, challenge you guys. Get the ball over the plate.
Conversation over. Hill could be a really important guy to this Wildcats ball club down the stretch. Timing, you've been out for a while as a hitter. You need to see live pitching.
You have to. He looks hitterish in there. Right up on that white line.
1-1 to a foul. Quickly, it's 1-2. Sophomore from Fort Worth. Way outside, tried to throw a breaking ball, that gets away. Everybody moves up 90 feet. I think that hit the mascot.
Where's Hookham?
Good pitch there, comes up with the strikeout. So 2 gone for Texas, Jared Southern. Eager will step in. Colton has had a tough night. He's a good hitter. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Caden Noah, the lefty.
Over the top of that cutter for strike 1. Downstairs. Counts even. 47 hits on the year for Joseph. This is a pinch hitter.
Yeah, I think those are Colton Eager's numbers that are still on the board up there.
Joseph Craig pinch hitting. Outside.
Craig came in the game last inning to play right field for Eager and getting his first at bat of the game, second of the season.
He was in right field, so he's not a pinch hitter. This is inside. It's his first at bat, and it's 3-1. Swing and a miss. And the count goes full. Got him. And that ends the inning. Pitches out of it. 14-0. We go to the home half of the 7th. And now for our play of the game, brought to you by Tiff Treats.
Doug Hodo in the 4th inning gets the pitch he likes. His second in as many games, and to the Abilene Christian bullpen. The Tips Treats warm cookie moment play of the game.
Longhorns have scored in every frame. 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 5th, and 6th. Lead here 14-0. 14 runs on 12 hits. 1 miscue in the game for Texas. No runs, 3 hits, 2 miscues. For the Wildcats, Tanner Witt gets his first plate appearance in the DH spot. True freshman from Episcopal High School in Houston. 3 for 10 on the year as he steps in. First pitch swinging and pops it up. Puts it away. Try to give you the changes.
We know the new first baseman. 6'5" Eric Wimpy playing first. There he is, the big left-hander.
Strant just made that play right there. Freshman from Frisco in at second base to make the put out there. As DJ steps in. Senior. Oop. Somebody wasn't on the right page there, were they?
Didn't look like it.
Didn't look like it to me.
Cameron Cromer, now the new shortstop for the Wildcats.
The 1-0 to DJ. Ripped down the left field line, but hooking foul. Hit that one into the teeth of this breeze. And he's had a good night. Now that's a good night.
Wow. It's almost unfair.
He's had a good night. Hustle.
He is hustling.
He's hustling. 1-1 misses downstairs.
Mike Brown out there in left, the new left fielder for Abilene Christian.
Breaking ball, back door in there for a strike. Count evens at 2-2.
That'd be officially a roundhouse curveball right there, Zone.
It did. And he rounded it to the outside corner. Did he go? 2-2. They appeal. He said he did already. So left the plate. So the strikeout. So Dalton Porter steps in.
Nick Norton trying to do something that hasn't happened in this ball game.
A 1-2-3 frame. Stays inside for ball one. Walked, scored a run. Back in the sixth. In there for a strike. The count evens. Good pitch. 1-2.
Painted him.
Yes, he did.
Back to back.
Got him set up for that roundhouse curve.
Yeah, he does. About the same location, too. Keep it away from him.
Went back to the fastball, just missed. Count evens. Porter digs back in. Just missed outside. That's what he tried to go to.
That was a good one. I don't know how you lay off that. Pick up spin, I guess. Started out behind Dalton Porter and went all the way across the plate.
The 3-2. Outside, ball 4.
Good at bat. Really good at bat off the left hand.
Eric Kennedy steps in. One for 2 tonight. Stolen base, a walk. He scored a couple of times. Misses outside with a breaking ball for ball 1. Missed again, and it's 2-0. Murphy Staley awaits on deck. Good fastball there. Kennedy comes up empty. Wind going everywhere in our booth.
Papers are flying.
Catches the outside corner. Count evens at 2-2. Norton looks in for his sign, not holding the runner Porter at first. Misses out there, and it's a full count again. We have said that a lot tonight. The payoff. Chop, not going to get an out here. Infield single. All the way around to third is Porter. He knows right here, they're not gonna get me. And another infield knock, and Kennedy is over 300 on the year right now. Remarkable comeback.
First infield knock, second of the night.
Just hard to. He gets it on the ground. It's hard to get an out.
You got a lefty on the mound. It's almost like you pulled a bunt with him right there. Just a swinging bunt. Second baseman Strand's playing back. You're not going to throw out Eric Kennedy.
Staley steps in. He flied to left his first time up. Runners at first and third here with 2 outs. This ball ripped into the gap in right center. It's going to go for extra bases. 2 runs will score. 16-0 Texas.
Ball up over the plate. Murphy jumped all over it. Still got to play the game. Last time Kennedy was held up at third, but this ball's in the right center. You still play the game. Send him right there. Smokey's smoking.
Telling you, may have to get some ice to cool that barrel down. As Ford steps in for his first plate appearance. 16 runs on the board tonight for Texas, the most they've scored this season. First pitch downstairs for ball one.
Pop up to first, strikeout. 2 outs, nobody on, followed by a walk, single and a double.
First plate appearance of the night for Ford. Downstairs, and it's 2-0. One for 9 on the season is Lance. Kerrville Tivy product. Upstairs. And it's 3-0.
Who's the one person in the ballpark right now saying, don't score anymore?
The pitcher.
No, Tristan Stevens. starting pitcher
right.
for Texas tomorrow.
He wanted to save some runs.
Save me some runs. Come on, Tristan.
Hang in there. Game's almost 3 hours old. And the 3-1 to Ford. Comes back with another strike, and it's a full count.
Holcomb's speechless.
Well, upstairs, ball 4. So back to the top of the order. Campbell's second plate appearance. This time they'll be loaded. Excuse me. First and second.
Here's another left-hander for Abilene Christian warming up. You'd like to get your lefty on the mound through this one right now. Struggling to get the third out.
Way upstairs for ball 1. Inning started with 2 outs and nobody on. Cuff warming up the left-hander. Pitch in there for a strike and evens the count at 1-1. Norton set. Swing and a miss, makes it 1-2. Breaking ball almost hits him. The count evens at 2-2.
Went between his feet, I think.
I don't know how it missed him. Campbell steps back in. Time call. Campbell steps out. The 2-2. Breaking ball got him. And that ends the inning, but not before the Longhorns get on the board again and lead here 16-0. You know, it's always great. It's Friday, out of school for the weekend, and at the ballpark.
Hey, look at us. We're on camera. Always having fun at the ballpark, and why wouldn't you this evening? 16-0 Texas. Hook 'em getting in on it.
Oh, yeah.
This one here.
He had a big night.
Thinks it's a basketball. Or bounce it around there. He's still got him. He's still showing them off down there. All the other kids are like, hey, come on. Share the love down there.
Well, you got to hustle. Got to go get them some way. See the numbers on the night. 6 extra base hits, including 5 doubles, 12 walks. Oda with another big night. Longhorn pitching has thrown a shutout to this point, and they're going to go to the bullpen again, are the Longhorns.
Left-hander Caden Noah going to come out of the pen. He's only warming up last inning. Coming in right now, just the 3rd appearance. Minimal innings, minimal action this season, but a chance, an opportunity to get in this ball game. Try to continue the shutout.
Absolutely. Top of the 8th inning. So he comes on. Strand will be the first hitter. He came on defensively. His first plate appearance. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch in there for a strike.
That's what you like to see right there.
Upstairs. Not even. You haven't had many times on the mound, Zeke. I mean, what advice would you give the guys that, you know, they do throw some inner squads. They try to stay as ready as you can, but it's a little different when the lights are on and cameras are on and you're out there against another opponent.
Well, you just have to realize, you haven't been out there in a while, so don't try to overdo things. Don't try to be perfect. Act like you're still in the bullpen. Act like you're in an inner squad. Just kind of take your mind away from the lights and the opponent and put yourself on the mound. Visualize.
Breaking ball misses.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Even though it's 16-0, you haven't been out there in a while. You got to stay composed. Okay, no, it looks the part right now.
3-2 right down Broadway, gets the strikeout. Second on the year for Noah.
Tried a couple breaking balls. Just goes with the 4-seamer right here. Strand didn't think so, but that's pretty good fastball and a great location.
Grad transfer from Pflugerville High School. His first plate appearance is Mike Brown. He's a senior, grad transfer. On the ground. Coming to get it is Staley, still across the diamond in time. Nice play right there. Then the second out of the inning. So 2 gone. Tate-Rowe will step in. 296 on the year. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1 for 3 tonight. Single to center, line to right, fly to right. Good slider there.
That's good. 79 miles an hour. That's firm. Slider from the lefty. Had one at 77, 79. I like the location. What I like about it. It was,
Come right back to it.
or you can throw that four-seamer out there. Freeze
With
him
the
with.
slider. You could.
Didn't.
If you let it tail back over the plate.
Oops.
Oops. 1-2. Tate Rowe rips this into left. Let that fastball get more in the middle of the plate. Second hit of the night.
Half the hits for Abilene Christian. 4 hits on the night. 2 for that man right there.
First plate appearance for Eric Wimpy. He is 6'5", 207-pound senior from Rockwall. Big young man hits from the left side.
6'5", got those pants up over the knees. A la Hunter Pence. Makes him look taller.
Sure does. I thought he was 6'8" or 9" watching him in BP today.
They have one that's 6'9".
Steps in, 1-0 count. Good breaking ball, and the count evens. Noah set. One and two. Don't want to stay up there all day.
You can waste that one right here, but I think you can freeze him away with the fastball.
But you always like the number one.
Yes.
Went to the slider, got the strikeout. 16-0. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
Well, how do you go perfect in the month of April? Score a lot of runs. So Texas offense tonight, 16 runs, a season high, and most runs in a game since Kansas in 2015. 14 base hits, 12 walks, 5 doubles, 6 extra base hits. That 6th extra base hit would have been Doug Hodo's 2nd home run in as many games into the bullpen. A lot of smiles on that Texas bench right now, as they should. Up 16-0 here in the 8th inning. Owen Cuff
Into the game. Exactly where I was going. He is a 6'1", 195-pound freshman left-hander. Roseville, California. He comes on here. It's Cuff. 6'1", 195-pound true freshman. Gets some experience.
That's what it's all about.
This is his second appearance.
Get in there and take advantage of the situation, regardless of the score, regardless of what's happening. Come in, throw strikes, and you never know.
It's one appearance. He did not retire batter. He walked all 3. They all 3 scored. So he would love to.
Can only go up.
Can only go up from there. You're right. Peter Guy steps in. He walked. His only plate appearance in the game. Inside for ball 1. Catches the inside corner. The count evens. downstairs. The momentum changes and goes forward. You know, you get a game like this. If you're on the losing end of a game like this, you throw it away. I think sometimes as a winning team you have to throw it away as well. Sometimes it can build momentum, but pitch misses inside.
Well, it can. I mean, Texas is
playing good ball already.
They're just a confident baseball team. I mean, it started out in the first inning. They batted around, put a 5 spot up, and everything snowballed from there.
3-1 upstairs, ball 4. So a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th.
Still being patient. They could have swung the bat right there if they wanted to, but a good at bat, draw the walk.
You see what's taking place and make the 30-mile trip down the road on Tuesday night to play the Bobcats, and then next weekend at Oklahoma State. That's going to be an interesting series. And then next Tuesday on the 27th, Incarnate Word comes to town, and following that, the Red Raiders come to Austin.
A lot of big conference series still coming up for Texas.
First pitch in there for a strike to Powell, who's 0 for 1. On the ground to right. Powell gets a base hit. 15th of the ball game for Texas. Tanner Witt steps in. Popped up his first time up. So 0 for 1.
With 14 hits, a season high now. 13 walks, Texas.
First pitch in there for a strike. That's just a ton of hit batter in there. 30 base runners in a game.
There's a lot of action on the base paths.
Yes, there has. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Quickly it's 0-2 to Witt.
Red Raiders lose a couple key players. They go up to West Virginia and win the first one up there 7-2.
That's big. They definitely have lost some players. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for the first out of the inning on a good breaking ball. We're going to have a pinch hitter coming on. Gaston Peter. Sophomore from Houston. As he steps in.
Dwan's in the game, played already. DJ played already. Powell's playing first. Gaston Peter will come in behind the plate.
Yes, he will. First pitch in there for a strike. Cuff comes set. Fastball inside corner. Quickly, it's 0-2. That's a good pitch.
And in the inside corner.
If you can control glove side left-handed, what does that do to you?
It just opens up the entire plate.
Yes, it does. Laid off a slider. And it's 1-2. Upstairs, count evens. Breaking ball. And the count goes full.
Hadn't been missing by much. Got ahead 0-2. Caston Peter got the count in his favor now. He wants to get on the board.
This is inside, ball 4. So that'll load the bases. Dalton Porter will come to the plate. With them loaded and 1 out. He has walked twice, has Porter, since coming into the game. Downstairs for ball 1. Ooh, started and stopped. Not going to call a balk now, though, I don't think. And he does step off. That was a little start and stop. Now comes set. Outside. And it's 2-0. At times it's difficult to throw strikes. Foul back, and it's 2-1.
Cuff now just 1/3 of an inning on the season, 5 walks. Dalton was not wanting to walk with that swing.
Ripped to right off of the glove. That'll score at least 1. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Just couldn't secure it. What they call that. Could have been a double play. Just couldn't get the glove up in time to make the play.
That ball was a laser down there to third base. I think that's a knock.
15th of the night for the Longhorns. As Kennedy steps in. 2 for 3 on the night. 42 hits now in the season for Kennedy, over 300. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Two walks, 3 runs, stolen base, and they're loaded here with 1 out. Popped up. Can't make the play. The inning continues.
Harrison Colley, catcher, wanted no part of this one. See right there, ball comes back to the field of play. Off the glove.
Carzerin, second one he's had a chance to catch in his inning. The line drive was catchable too.
I think that was an E5.
That is one he's got to make, but it extends it for Kennedy. Pops it up in the infield. Didn't make it pay off for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone. Now my question would be, everything it would score from now on, that should have been the 3rd out of the inning? No. I mean, the era, does that figure into ERA in any way? Earned run? Question?
I mean, it should now, right?
I concur.
If there are any runs scored.
Staley steps in, first pitch in there, first strike. It's always a tough one to figure out. Texas has scored at least one in every at-bat in the ball game. Good breaking ball in there for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Staley. 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, and then 1 in the fourth, fifth, and sixth, 2 in the seventh, and now 1 here in the eighth.
That's getting it done.
Consistent. 17 runs on 15 hits now. Two downstairs, gets away, but not far enough to move up, and I don't know that you would move up.
It would have to go in the dugout.
Forced. Right. One of the umpires say you got to go.
Yeah.
16 hits, we've been told. Scoreboard has 15. This is diving to his left. Can he get an out anywhere? He cannot. I think that's 17 hits now. 18 runs. You think diving to his left? See how they call it here. They call that a base hit.
More times than not, if you leave your feet. Scoreboard had 15, now has 16. 17, we were being told. So it is a base hit.
17 hits on the night. We're pretty sure is a season high. 18 runs we know is a season high. Still a chance in the inning with them loaded. Ford steps back in, an 0-1 count. Upstairs. Count evens at 1-1.
You know as well as I do, this game tonight, when the sun comes up tomorrow, means nothing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow could be a 3-1 game, a 2-0 game. I mean, it's the way this game is.
Yeah, it's not like you sit out in a football game and say, we're going to run the ball. We're just going to run it, run it, run it. There's not a game plan because baseball changes from pitch to pitch.
And you're not going to run the clock out.
Yeah, there is no clock. There is no clock. Well, there is one counting how long it takes between pitches.
There is one, and it's ticking.
It's ticking. Break a ball in there for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Cuff comes set. This is downstairs, and the count goes full.
The runners have to be going. There's 3-2, 2 outs, 19th 3-ball count of the game
for Texas hitters. "32nd pitch of the night from Cuff. Fouled off.
Stayed in there on that 3-2 breaking ball. I see you.
Runners will be moving. again stayed in there. Pretty good hack on a 3-2 breaking ball.
I guess the fastball you disregard because he hadn't been able to command it. He had better command
with the breaking ball.
Yeah.
No doubt. Runners will be moving. Fouled off again. Don't give in.
Never. Nine pitch at bat. Ninth pitch coming up. Up 18. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th. Keep battling.
Don't give up. Don't give in. On the ground. Across the diamond. That retires the side. Not before the Longhorns add 2 more. We go to the night, 18-0. Big 12 scoreboard. Just take a look at tonight's games. 4 teams postponed double hitters taking place tomorrow. And the other side, Tech goes on the road to West Virginia, comes up with a big win. That makes Tech now 6-4. West Virginia falls to 4-6 in conference play. And then that's been a good one, back and forth game in Fort Worth.
Yeah. Oklahoma State had dropped a 3 spot in the 5th. TCU came back with 3 more of their own. And Oklahoma State's added 1. But the Horns out of conference own an 18-0 lead. There's one man that's happy about the 18 runs. Starting pitcher Ty Madden, Silas Ardoin, Coy Cobb, everybody getting in on the action tonight.
Drew Schlittfoot into the game. Right-hander for the Longhorns. First pitch misses downstairs. Drew. He's thrown 6 innings on the year. Command. It's one of the things that stuff is good. Get it over the plate. He's got the kind of stuff.
3/4. 88 miles an hour with some movement. So yeah, you look at the numbers and the appearance. First thing you look, there's the 7 walks. So command has been an issue.
Cromer's first plate appearance on the night. Abilene Christian shortstop. To left. Playable for Guy. It's a nice running catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone.
Ball hit pretty good. Wind, you said earlier, was as hard as we've seen it. Now it's really whipping out there.
It's coming in. 61 degrees on the big board, blowing 25 out of the north. Brandon will step in. Thomas Brandon from the right side. In their first strike.
First plate appearance of the year.
I concur. Angleton, Texas. True freshman. 5'11", 189 pounds. Quickly he's down 0-2. The 0-2. Pretty good location with that frisbee. That's what I would call that breaking ball, is a frisbee.
Yeah, well, anytime you drop down 3/4, sling it in there. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Floated through the zone. Went back to it. This time over the plate and got the swing and miss.
So 2 gone. Fly ball to left and a strikeout. And the Wildcats are down to their last out.
15th strikeout for Texas pitching in this game.
Fastball in there for a strike. Harrison walked his first time up. Chopped on the ground. Play across the diamond. Is that a fair ball?
Now called foul.
Called it foul. But that's do you do your job.
Hold on, people.
Anyway, everybody's got to get back into the dugout.
Bullpen's running in. Outfielders don't even know yet. Huh?
Easy. Easy.
It was a late call down there. See, Lance fields it in foul territory.
Does exactly what you're supposed to, though.
Yeah.
Make the play. Ford did his job, make the play, and then allow the umpire to make that call. And
we got to wait for everybody to get back in their position.
Matthew Martinez, the third base umpire, called it foul. Breaking ball downstairs. One and two. Shiflett set. On the ground. Staley has it. Go across the diamond in time, and that should do it, and it does. Outstanding performance on both ends. Pitching throws a shutout. Score 18 runs on 17 hits.
We talked about in the opening in April, playing well at home, pitching well, hitting well, playing defense well. Well, they put it all together in this ball game. One error is on a pickoff move by Corey Cobb. 17 hits, 15 strikeouts by pitching, 18 runs, season highs. Yeah, you could say Texas is locked in at the moment with all parts of the game.
Yeah, it just was an outstanding game. And on the other side of that, you got to put this into bed, because tomorrow at 2:30 in the afternoon, we'll have it for you right here on LHN. You got to come right back and sort of change, turn the page and put this one away.
Yeah, both sides. You lost 18-0. Forget about it. You won 18-0. Baseball's a funny game. You never know what's going to happen. That's what's so great about it. So tomorrow, we'll find out. Texas, though, 11-0 in April and 20-2 at home.
Last thing I would ask is, how many games have you ever seen where a team scored in every frame that they came to bat?
There's been a lot of firsts. I've never seen that. I mean, eventually you start to not give up, but just not score. Texas had a couple times where 2 outs and nobody on, ended up scoring a run. So they're going. They're rolling.
18-0 the final score as the eyes of Texas play in the background. For Greg Swindell, I'm Keith Moreland. We'll be back tomorrow. First pitch, 2:30, right here on LHN. For now, good night from UFCU Dish Falk Field.